Bror Fredrik coming at you with another episode of Hey Bror Fredrik. And yes, that is the sphere right there. On today's episode, I'm going to talk specifically to the fellas out there in the audience. But ladies, I want you to stick around too. I want you to confirm what I'm saying. I want you to deny what I'm saying. I want the truth in the comments. So you saw the thumbnail. You know what we're going to talk about. It is a vast subject, but I'm going to narrow it down to one specific thing today, which is local ladies. This conversation, this episode was inspired by a live that I did. Someone asked me a question. I went off on a whole tangent about meeting women here in Las Vegas. And it's such a vast topic, but I could go on for hours about it. But instead, I'm going to narrow this down, break it down into segments. And today we're going to talk about meeting local women. So if you don't want to miss any of these videos, or especially any of the lives, which I do 2 to 4 times a week, I'm going to invite you to like, share, subscribe, and especially hit the bell button to get notified. And we'll get into meeting local ladies right after this. But spoiler alert, fellas, there are not hundreds of local women waiting to meet you. And we're back, and I'm actually on my way to do a live right now, so we're going to cruise up and down the strip. I got about 20 minutes to kill or so, and it is 107 degrees at 8 o'clock at night. It is absolutely nuts. That whistling you probably hear is my air conditioning whirring in the background, trying to keep me cool. So, fellas, you're coming to Vegas. You got big plans. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. You maybe are looking for some companionship. You got your best threads on. You went and got groomed. You're ready to meet. You're ready to sit at a bar and send some girl a drink. You're ready to go to the club. You're looking good. You got your best cologne on. You got your Van Cleef and Arpels, your Tommy Bahama, link in the description. You're smelling good. You're looking good. You got some spare ducats in your pocket. Now, what is the deal with meeting local women here in Las Vegas? I'm here to break it down to you. Now, I'm not talking about, how shall I say, the working girls. I'm talking about girls, ladies who are just coming out from the local areas here in Las Vegas to have a good time on the strip. Not talking about local working ladies, and I'm definitely not talking about all ladies. This is a broad stroke right here, but it does apply to a lot of women. So here we go. What you guys may not know is a lot of the women that you'll see in town at these clubs or walking around the casinos do happen to be local women. Otherwise, you wouldn't see the parking lots full. They actually come down to the strip, probably more than the guys do. And there's a specific reason for that. It's to come see you guys. Now, that sounds great, right? Wow, all these local women that Bror Fredrik knows are going to come down and meet me because I'm in town. I have a convention, yada, yada, yada. All the local women in this area wanting to meet you, like it says in those spam ads that you get. Slow down, not so fast, not so fast. Let me tell you something about how a lot of the local females roll here in Las Vegas when it comes to the strip. Here goes. A majority, a lot of them, when they leave the house, they put on their either very nice dress or they put on the $10 dress that they bought at Rainbow Shops, because you don't know the difference. It just looks good on them. You don't know whether they're wearing $1,000 high heels or $10 high heels from Payless. They just look good. You're looking at them. You're like, what up? Okay. Now, when they leave the house, and if they have their little crew of girls with them, when they leave the house, the last thing on their mind is, I hope I meet Mr. Right. That's the absolute last thing on their mind. Okay, so what else are they not thinking? They're not thinking, well, maybe I should stop at the ATM and pick up some money because, the strip's expensive. I want to buy drinks. I want to have a good time, blah, blah, blah. No, they are not thinking that whatsoever. But you say, hey, Bror Fredrik, then what are they thinking? They're thinking, you know what? There are thousands upon thousands upon thousands of male tourists in town who are ATMs. Why do I have to stop and go to the ATM when I'm just gonna roll into the casino in my tight little dress and these guys are gonna open up their wallets, they're gonna buy me drinks, they're gonna pay for my meals, and they're gonna do all this stuff. Yes, okay, now being a gentleman is one thing. A woman approaches you, oh, let me buy you a drink, blah, blah, blah. It's different in this town. Maybe it's pervasive in larger towns, but it's different in this town. It's more of a hustle. Sorry, girls, if I'm letting your secrets out, but it's true. They come here with the expectancy of one of you guys out there paying for all their drinks for the whole night. Maybe not one of you, maybe two of you, maybe three of you. Maybe they're going to 3 different clubs. Maybe you're going to buy them all. Okay. Maybe you do that. It's for the company. It's for the fun, whatever. It makes good Instagram pictures. Look at me surrounded by all these, young girls or older women, whatever you happen to be into. That's all well and good. But don't think you're going to get lucky buying them drinks. That is not how it works. Fellas, ladies, back me up in the comments. A woman knows within 2 or 3 minutes whether she wants to knock boots with you or not. That is pretty much a fact, right, ladies? So you can get her as many drinks and her friends as many drinks as you like. That's not going to change her mind on whether she wants to knock boots with you or not. So all you're doing is being an ATM. Google simp. You're just simping at that point. You are the sugar daddy of the night. You're going to pay for all the drinks. And what she's going to do is she's going to excuse herself to the bathroom at like 5 minutes or 2 or whatever. Oh, the call came in. She's got to call her mom. Her dog is sick. One of her girls needs to cry about something in the bathroom. And she's going to ghost you, bro. And then you just spent $1,000, $500 or whatever for nothing. Now, if you're going to buy them drinks, here's what I'm going to say too. If you're going to buy them drinks or any female drinks with the intention of getting her drunk to loosen her up and maybe go knock some boots, don't do that. That is predatory. If you need to get a woman drunk to have a chance, that's on you. Don't do that. Number one, it's most likely illegal. Number two, it's just a D maneuver. So let's just clear that up real quick. But buying a girl drinks all night is not going to get you any greater of a chance of knocking. But wow, I got sprayed on from the fountain right there. That was nuts. That must have been a tall one. That's not going to get you any greater of a chance. The minute you start simping, the minute you start, oh baby, you're so hot, like all the guys on Facebook, a woman posts a picture with like a 3/4 of an inch of cleavage. Oh baby, you're fire. Oh baby, you're so hot. Oh baby, you're this or that. Don't do that. Don't be that guy. That turns women off, number one. Except it does not turn them off to your wallet. The minute you start behaving like that, you become a John. You become, not that they're ladies of the evening, you become a punk. You become an ATM. You become the guy who's going to buy them drinks the rest of the night, and then you're going to get ghosted, or you're going to get like the number to the local morgue or something. You get nothing. You can't buy your way into it because most of the girls who are going to come here, they're not here to meet you. They're not here to knock boots. I'm not saying that it's not going to happen, that it's that far-fetched, but you better have, you better be looking good, smelling good, acting good, behaving good. And buying them drinks and being a freaking ATM is not a good look. That's a sucker look. You know, doing the opposite of that will draw more attention than doing that. Now, you might have the instant gratification of having women around you because you have your wallet open, guys, but you are going to go back to your hotel room by yourself. It's the way the game is played by the local ladies. They know that they can go out for a free night's entertainment that would otherwise cost them several $100s in exchange for a little company, in exchange for a little flirting, in exchange for a brief kiss on the cheek, and a brief, oh, you're so handsome, pat on the knee, the whole bit. They play the game. You're not the first and you're not the last. And if you've done it in the past, don't feel bad. We all have. But don't play the game. Personally, me, I've never bought a drink for a woman that I didn't show up with in my life. And I've done good with the ladies my entire life. And I never did it by buying drinks and being the simp. So, sorry, ladies, you got to look in the other direction if that's what you're looking for. And you know it when you see me, right? So that's how I want you to be, fellas. Be confident. And if you come in here, you want to meet someone, you just might. But the minute you start opening the wallet and showing that you're an ATM, your chances drop. They do not increase. They drop unless you're being predatory and trying to get them drunk. And if they show up with any more than 2, if there's 3, 4, 5, 6, your chances exponentially go down with each additional female in her group, because she didn't come to the strip to get left behind by all her friends. They came together. They are leaving together. That's just the way it's going to be. You're not going to separate them from their 6 other friends unless some extraordinary thing happens about you. You're a linebacker for the Raiders or whatever. But the average dude, it's not going to go down that way. So have a good time and be cautious. And here's a pro tip for you, for all you guys who stuck around to the very end. When it comes to clubs, and especially the day clubs, do you know that these clubs, okay, I'm going to let the truth out. Hope no one whacks me. But do you know that these clubs actually hire women to work the crowd? Girls, women. I don't want to offend anyone. Everyone gets so offended all the time. Ladies. So ladies, they actually hire ladies, specifically young ladies, to go around up here in Dre's and all these other clubs and talk to the guys and mingle in the crowd. Why would they do that? To get them to buy drinks. So they are the inducement to get you to pump more money into the establishment, be it a day club, be it a nightclub, whatever. They actually have these girls on staff. You think they're just some nice girl from Oklahoma, yada, yada, yada. But no, wow, my windshield is a mess after that water hit it. Anyway, they're actually paid or commissioned or whatever to get you to buy them drinks. You know, like how the strip clubs do it, but the strip clubs are more obvious about it. You guys are thinking, I just met a nice girl at Dre's or Omni or whatever, but she might be working for the house to get you to pop bottles to be with a model. So don't fall for that trick too. What is this guy doing? He's gonna get runded and overdid. He's just walking down the middle of the street. Maybe he's looking for some local ladies, but that's how the local ladies roll here. So when you meet them, you can ask them, are you from here? Where are you from? Get the feel. Where are you from? Blah, blah, blah. You're vibing. Ask them if they're local. And if they say no, they're from Oklahoma, well, what part of Oklahoma? Press it one layer deeper, because they might live down the block from me. So be aware of that. Be safe out there. And one more thing, fellas, that I want to tell you again, you got to be careful, because here's another thing you don't hear about too often unless you follow our local news. How did I get in here? I pulled over with this thought. I had to drop it on you, but here we go. We're gonna drive around the fashion show mall while I give you pro tip number 2. This jackass don't hit me. There are rings of local women out here that will look at you and your watch. If they're looking at you like you're a piece of chocolate cake and they want to eat you, something is fishy. Number one, that just goes in general. If that's the case, either you're just that freaking gorgeously handsome or they're a working girl. Just putting it out there. Number two, if they're looking at your watch like it's a piece of chocolate cake, be careful, because there are rings of women out here that are specifically out there to roofie dudes with nice watches. They know the brands. They know the Patek Philippe. They know the Rollies. They know watches you never even heard of that cost $50, $100,000. You flash a wad of cash while you're buying her a drink, you could be her next mark. You will get roofied. She'll walk you up to the room, get past security, and you'll be like, oh, what a night. Next thing you wake up and your wedding ring is gone, your life saving is gone, your credit card is gone, and your Patek is gone. So just be careful with that. They round up these type of women on the regular, so definitely be careful about that. But have fun. You know, you get lucky, you get lucky. So drop your thoughts in the comment. I'm going to do a few of these episodes. I'm going to drop some knowledge on you that I know about how things go down here in Las Vegas when it comes to companionship and potentially knocking some boots here and there. And don't worry, I got something for you ladies too, so stay tuned for that. If you want more of this content, again, I'm going to invite you to like, share, subscribe, and especially hit that bell button to get notified when I drop more. And if you like support the channel, you can do that with Patreon, get a channel membership, or click on any links in the description below. And right now I'm going to drop the 9% word of the day right up here. Bam! Put that in the comments, so let me know and YouTube know that you did indeed stick around to the very end. That helps the channel out tremendously. And don't forget my channel partner, Olight, for the best damn flashlights and EDC carry gear known to man. I look forward to talking to you again. And fellas, be safe out there. And on that note, Bror Fredrik out.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.